And Matt is going to give us the objectives for this speech, which is speech number 7.
Yep, research your topic. Objectives: collect information about your topic from numerous sources and carefully support your points and opinions with specific facts, examples, and illustrations gathered through research. 5 to 7 minutes.
Let's give Laura a warm welcome. Do you need somebody to help you? Passing it up?
But thank you. Oh, maybe during the,
Okay, just ask me for help.
but I don't need to rush. White isn't the only thing people stop wearing after Labor Day. How many of you will keep wearing sunscreen now that summer's over?
Yeah, right.
1 in 5 of us will get skin cancer. According to the Journal of Clinical Oncology, using sunscreen every day cuts that risk in half. And how do you choose? Should you go by cost, brand, color, and do you really need it at all? Today I'm going to show you why everybody needs to wear sunscreen, how to read a sunscreen label, how to apply it properly, and some of the potential downsides of using it. I grew up in California. Most of the time, my skin looked like this. On a good day, usually my nose was peeling. One bad sunburn in childhood and your risk of cancer skyrockets. I don't want to count how many blistering sunburns I had. I'm sort of astonished I still have a nose. You might be thinking that this speech doesn't apply to you because your skin has more melanin than mine. This is a dangerous misconception. Sorry. This is a dangerous misconception. Sorry. Yes, my light skin predisposes me to cancer, but a study last year showed that it tends to be more deadly in people of color, possibly because it's harder to see and is more likely to be diagnosed in its later stages. But if you don't get sunburned, why do you need sunscreen? The sun damages our skin in 2 ways. UVB rays burn the outer layer. UVA rays penetrate more deeply and cause cell damage, which leads to premature aging and wrinkles. Both UVB and UVA rays cause cancer, so it's important to protect against both. But how do you know if your sunscreen's doing what it's supposed to do? If you can get past, can you pass these down? You can get past the bright colors and the funny sounding names. There's some basic information you need to find on your sunscreen label. You want to make sure you see the words broad spectrum.
Oh, nice.
Most sunscreens have that now. It means they protect against both harmful types of UV radiation. But if you're traveling outside the United States, you might want to double check. We all know what SPF stands for. The higher the number, the stronger the sunscreen. Keep in mind, though, that these numbers are measured in a lab under ideal circumstances. And, this is important, it must be applied as directed. More about that in a minute. Water resistant does not mean waterproof. In fact, the FDA has banned the use of that term. There is absolutely no difference between active and daily use sunscreen. It's a marketing ploy to get us to buy more bottles. Ingredients. If you can get past the chemistry textbook on the back of your sunscreen bottle, there's a couple of things it's important to recognize. There are 2 types of sunscreens, chemical and physical. Chemical sunscreen uses ingredients like oxybenzone to absorb the sun's rays and keep them from penetrating your skin. Physical sunscreens use minerals like titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. These are designed to stay on top of your skin and deflect UV rays. So I don't know what kind you have. I have a variety. And you can look in the active ingredients and see what's there. But it doesn't matter what kind of sunscreen you use if you're not using enough. According to the American Cancer Society, most people use between 1/2 and 1/4 of the recommended amount, which means they're lowering the SPF by 50 to 75%. So what is the recommended amount?
Wow.
1 ounce. And this same full shot glass needs to be reapplied every 2 hours and every time you swim, sweat, or towel off. So this bottle has 7 ounces, so last about 14 hours if you don't sweat. We've talked about the upsides of using sunscreen. It's pretty clear, preventing wrinkles and cancer. Are there any downsides? Well, it can get expensive. Do you budget for sunscreen when you're planning a vacation? A week at the beach for a family of 4 can cost $250. Most people spend about $200 to $600 a year on sunscreen products. Also, oxybenzone, that chemical I mentioned earlier, interacts with human hormones. There's not enough data yet to prove that it's a hormone disruptor, but do you really want to take that chance? Oxybenzone is also harmful to marine life. It's absorbed into your system when you put it on. In fact, it's detectable in your urine within 30 minutes. So every time you flush or wash it off in the shower, it goes into the sewer where it mixes with sunscreen that's washed off of swimmers and deposits into the ocean 14,000 tons of sunscreen each year. Oxybenzone is toxic to coral. It bleaches coral at very low concentrations, as little as 1 drop in 4.5 million gallons. I hope this speech has given you information that will help you make better decisions about your sunscreen use. We talked about why everybody needs to wear sunscreen, how to read a sunscreen label, how much to apply, and the possible downsides of using it. It's been a long time since I've had a bad sunburn, but I continue to protect my skin against further damage. Both of my parents and 2 of my siblings have had skin cancer. I'm lucky, I haven't had it yet. Meanwhile, I slip, slap, and slop.
Oh, gosh.
Everybody wear sunscreen. I think I just got.
Okay.